All right, here we go. Welcome to the Tim Runs His Mouth podcast. I'm Tim Young. There's my name right there. You can follow me at Tim Runs His Mouth. And you can also go visit our friends at cigarsdirect.com. Always a great place to get everything that you could possibly want when it comes to cigars. So we got all that knocked out of the way. Tim Young, it's the Tim Runs His Mouth podcast, and it's cigarsdirect.com if you want to go help out one of our sponsors here on the show. I want to talk about a couple of things today. There are two videos I'm going to react to today that I have just fallen in love with. And I think we're going to start with the one you might remember during COVID and then during all of the LGBT type stuff. San Francisco decided that they were going to stop doing business with states that didn't hold up to their own morals and values. Now, that's a stretch if you really think about it. They're not holding up to their values. So it turns out it hurt the city. And I have a newscast here. Once I learn how to share newscasts, I can't wait to share with you and we're going to watch along with this. I haven't watched the whole thing yet because it's just amazing. But it's titled San Francisco Reexamines Procurement Process After Business Ban on 30 States Backfires. So get this crazy concept. San Francisco hurting now because they can't get things at a reasonable price anymore. There's no competition, and people have been taking advantage of the fact that they won't work with 30 states. Here's the story.
Since 2016, San Francisco has banned city employees from working with or in 30 states that defy the values of the city.
Again, what would you consider a value of San Francisco? They poop on the streets there. You can, freely do, inject things. There's public sex a lot of times as well in these things. It's very odd, the behavior that happens on the streets there. So what exactly are they saying are the values of San Francisco? Well, here we go.
But the ban ended up hurting San Francisco more than the other way around. And last year, that ban ended.
It turns out, by the way, and nobody talked about this, the ban ended because they realized they couldn't survive anymore in San Francisco with that ban. But this is what happens when you have wokies running your government.
C7 News reporter Leanne Melendez is here with a look at how it cost San Francisco dearly. Leanne?
Well, while that ban was finally lifted, what we discovered is that there are multiple other codes and conditions related to doing business with San Francisco. This is only a partial list of what is required, and we only printed 25 pages of a very, very long document.
Again, that is the list of regulations. That picture, that's insane to me. That is the pile of regulations that you have to follow to do business with the city of San Francisco. Again, do they even hold their own people to that standard? They do not. Again, and by the way, great shout out to ABC7 there doing the work and taping all those together. That's only 25 pages. I can only imagine what's on them. I think they covered a little bit in the story. I didn't watch the whole thing because I wanted to watch it with you guys, but this is pretty remarkable. This is pretty remarkable. Here we go.
One supervisor told us this is why it takes so long to get anything done in the city.
No shit.
By now, you've probably heard of the infamous Noe Valley public toilet and how San Francisco was ready to dish out $1.7 million for its construction, rather than pay for a much cheaper modular model from a company in Nevada.
Yeah, again, so here, what started happening in San Francisco is that companies realized they couldn't go outside of the city and that they were very, very strict on who they could work with. And so they started hosing the city for millions of dollars for like a single stall toilet. Pretty fun. Smart on the company's part. Why not, right? Why not use the look, go woke, go broke might work for the city, but when the city goes woke, smart companies can cash in.
Here's why San Francisco would not do business with any entity in that state. San Francisco had a ban on doing business with 30 states that had laws that undermined LGBTQ and voting rights, as well as blocking abortion access. It was those.
That's like, it's just like anything that isn't liberal, they're just not going to work with. Okay. I don't think that Texas is missing out on any of their business.
States against San Francisco, and that eventually became too costly for city government.
The Noe Valley bathroom is not a one-off case. That's a problem that is replicated throughout our city government.
Or we couldn't buy toilet paper from where we historically bought toilet paper. These market players are smart enough to know that they had a captive audience and they could raise their prices.
So again, these woke companies that actually followed through with what was going on with and paid attention to what was going on with San Francisco, they raised their prices on like toilet paper and host the city. Why not? Good them. Smart.
Economics 101. Competition results in lower prices. Also,
Yeah, but your people don't want competition. They don't want capitalism. So that's what you get. You don't want capitalism, that's what you get.
because of the ban, public employees were not allowed to travel to one of those 30 states to potentially lure companies to bring business back to San Francisco.
They couldn't even travel to the 30 states. They couldn't even travel there. Hold on, I need to pull up this picture again. And you have to see, like, we're all, imagine wanting to go on like a vacation and like you happen to be trying, so they can't write off their vacations to Vegas like a lot of people do. But you can see, I mean, that's like most of the country and New Hampshire. You can go to, here's where you can go. Wisconsin. No, not even Wisconsin. Minnesota, Michigan, Illinois, the DMV, of course. Massachusetts to the Northeast. Literally nowhere else. Arizona. That's odd. No, that's not Arizona. New Mexico. Oh boy. Don't hit me on knowing states from shapes. All right. Let's skip ahead here. I like can't wait to like see where this goes. Because again, here we go.
San Francisco. The city tried to get around it by granting waivers, and between July 2021 and 2022, 35 city departments approved a total of 538 waivers. The problem there, even the process of granting waivers was costing the city more money in added staff and paperwork. In one case, the Recreation and Parks Department had to get a waiver to do business with a local LGBTQ vendor who had recently been acquired, you guessed it, by another company in one of those 30 banned states.
so the deal is, it was so bad that even if a local company that followed all of their stupid rules, and again, like we're talking 50 pages of rules, did so well that it got acquired by another company from one of those 30 states, then they had to stop doing business with them. So they couldn't even do business with the local company because the wokeness rules were so strict. This is so stupid.
Because of that, we couldn't use her services until we got a special dispensation.
Yeah, so we heard
Cities'
that.
contracting costs have been affected by the legislation. Researchers have found that full and open competition for contracts can result in savings up to 20%.
So the San Francisco budget and legislative analyst came up with this concept that open capitalism works. They did all this research to realize that capitalism and competition works. Great. Oh my God. They have no idea. They live in such a Marxist republic that they have no idea. They've totally forgotten that capitalism is the way to go. It turns out it saves money.
After that report, San Francisco finally cried uncle. And last April, the Board of Supervisors voted to get rid of the ban. Instead, San Francisco government now allowed itself to do business with any individual company that aligns with its values.
Oh, see, so now all you have to do is play a little bit of a game for yourself, and that way you can align with the values. But if you just play a little bit of a game on your own, then you're safe, and you can pretend, yeah, we believe all that stuff. Give us your money. By the way, have you noticed in all these pictures, except for when they do these like close-up interviews with people, everyone's still wearing a mask inside the buildings? Let's skip ahead a little bit here.
It still has a long list of conditions and requirements that companies, industries, states,
Oh,
and
Drone View
even
7.
countries must follow in order to do business with San Francisco. Up to now, only one city department has been given a reprieve to operate outside of some of those rules: the Department of Homelessness and Supportive Housing.
What does the Department of Homelessness and Supportive Housing do in San Francisco? Encourage it? Because they're not stopping it. They're not getting people off the streets at all. Is that who came up with the rule that you can just poop in the street there?
That's how they've been allowed to expedite the construction of shelters and housing.
It saves us at least 3 months on every project that we open and has allowed us to be nimble and take advantage.
Okay, so they've discovered capitalism and competition works in San Francisco.
60 tiny home cabins on Gerald Avenue.
Don't care.
And in fact, we're holding.
The health
Let's skip to the end here.
Done.
So just
Oh, do you like that guy? That guy's like
a bat.
that guy. All you have to do is see. He's got it figured out. This guy's got it figured out. See the trans flag back there? He's got it figured out. He doesn't even bother with the rest of the stuff. You just put a trans flag up, they'll do business with you. That's how it works in San Francisco. Are you displaying a trans flag? Oh, well.
Basket case that can't get anything done.
So just this week, the health department became the second city department allowed to circumvent the lengthy contracting process so that it can purchase beds for those with mental health and substance use disorders.
Hold on. Whoa. They're actually addressing mental health in San Francisco. I don't think so. I just don't believe that's a thing. That's probably maybe they need to give some of those beds to their city council, but no, they're not addressing mental health.
Because the city had to do all those checks and balances. San Francisco was losing out to other cities and counties when it came to purchasing beds. Now, Mayor Breed had to introduce that legislation, and the Board of Supervisors had to approve it on Tuesday. Can we say the word cumbersome?
Yeah.
Long.
How many more obstacles in the obstacle course? you know?
And it hurts us.
And you just wonder, was there any benefit to it?
Yeah.
Right? Looking at what was lost and is still.
There was no benefit to it. You go woke, you go broke. I mean, everybody says this. We've been warning you of this for years. And the city and these newscasters are like, what happened here? How did San Francisco start to exponentially suck? It already sucked. You could already get hepatitis from the streets. How did it start to exponentially suck? Oh, we're not allowed to do business with places that can sell us things cheaper. And our local businesses that we do business with started raising their prices because they knew that we were stuck with them. I wonder what they were paying for like a roll of toilet paper. I bet it was like $10 from some local LGBT QIA++ organization. I don't understand. Again, go woke, go broke, but this is so stupid. These people are so stupid that they would create a rule that says you can't operate with any business from 30 different states. 30 different states. No, Delaware wasn't on that list either, by the way. So that left a lot of businesses open, but still. I'm Tim Young. Make sure you follow me at Tim Runs His Mouth. And of course, go check out our friends at Cigars Direct. The next story I want to talk about here is probably my favorite of the week. And I've been seeing the clip of it and I found the full news story. I can't wait to share this with you because I am just enamored. New York City has apparently it's so peaceful and calm there now that they have their own dance team. And their team, look, we'll just get to my commentary on that in a bit. These people were so excited here. PIX 11 or PIX 11 in New York had the dance team on, and boy, oh boy, what a pleasure. What a pleasure it must have been for them. What a time. And I just can't wait. I like, if you haven't seen the clip of the dancing yet, it's one thing, but then them explaining it and then let's just enjoy this together. Here we go.
So when they are not serving and protecting the community,
by the way, when you see these people, they ain't serving and protecting anything other than maybe like serving up dishes at a buffet.
these members of the NYPD.
And I'm saying that, and I'm in like the worst shape of my life right now. But they are. Just get ready. Just get ready for this one. Again.
PD like to bust a move.
Oh, yes. Okay. They are the NYPD dance team, and they are looking for a few good people who share their passion for dancing. Joining us are some members of the squad and the president, Autumn Rain Martinez. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing? Now, anybody?
These are cops, by the way. I don't know if you knew this or not. The physical fitness requirements were lowered a few years ago for the NYPD. In fact, I think some of them were even they just totally got rid of them. And this exemplifies imagine these cops trying to chase down a criminal. I haven't even let them start dancing yet. Here you go.
Everybody can join, or do you have to be a member of the NYPD?
So any member of the NYPD, uniform member of the service, or any civilian member of the service can join the NYPD.
Because we have a dancer here.
Oh,
But you know,
I mean, we could
don't
make an
count me out
exception.
just yet.
She's in too good a shape to be a part of that dance team. Let's be real honest here. That the fact that he's like, we've got a dancer right here in my my colleague. Nah, she's got cardio, so you'll see it in a second.
Hey, listen. Okay, before we start, I want you to all. We'll have you pass the mic so you can introduce.
I don't
who
care
you
what their
are.
names are.
I joined Sergeant Sands.
Talk
Yes.
about the troop overall, right? What kind of made it come to fruition, and what's the goal of the team?
So the goal of the team is to make sure that we have a space to do have a mental release our mental
Yeah, the
stress, our
stress,
mental
yeah.
issues. Because
The mental stress. That's the goal of the team is to release their mental stress and also show criminals in New York that they can outrun them.
we have a lot of things we see on the job, from any kind of robbery or any kind of just any kind of crime. So we have to have a space to decompress and just have a space to
They see a robbery. If they see a robbery in New York and they need to decompress, they must be decompressing like 48 hours a day.
relax and have fun.
Wow, and you also do a little bit of community service, right?
Yes,
You reach out?
absolutely. So we do like going into the community, especially going to the schools, to make sure that the kids have a place to exercise.
Did you guys ever have the DARE program as a kid? Like, remember the DARE program as a kid? When they would come in, you'd never heard of anything, any illegal substances on the streets, and they just wouldn't tell you all about. Like, all of a sudden, they start naming the illegal substances and telling you where you could get them, and then telling you like the name of the guy who's selling them. His name, like Marcus. He's on the corner of like Baltimore Street and Third down the street there. You can get this is the DARE program, but more pathetic. Hey, I'm going to go into the school and teach you guys that you can be as physically fit as us. Look.
So we do a lot of little intensive with the kids and do that.
The like the scarves around their heads like they're crips.
We also go to parades and galas. We did a line of duty spouses gala last year, actually. We're hoping to do it again.
Wonderful.
So we performed with them too.
And a basketball game recently?
And the basketball game, yes, and
What
we
was
won. PD versus FD.
Ah,
Oh,
there-
wow. What
who
was
won?
that
We won, and it was great. It was so fun.
Well, what are you going to perform for
Well,
us
that's a
today?
lot. That's hold on. By the way, that clip that they're showing on the side there, that is drastically sped up.
Today we're
That
dancing
is-
to Club Can't Handle Me by Flo Rida.
I'm just.
That's his
Yeah.
jam.
Now, I don't know
All
how
right,
much
we're gonna let you
the,
perform.
Awesome, thank you.
edited by this, but we'll cut the music back so they can. Here we go. Get ready, guys. I just imagine the song is playing while we're doing this. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna, because I don't know how it'll be hit by certain things, but just imagine they're playing the song, and just look at how athletic. Okay, so that the head there can actually move a little bit, but the rest of them, it's a struggle. There, it's a. I've never look. Colin Kaepernick once wore socks that said "cops are pigs" on them. And that might have been inaccurate until today. That's all I'm saying. Just imagine the song. Ba 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 ba. Now watch it here. I mean, they are really. This is like sweating to the oldies. Remember Richard Simmons? And look, the two on the ends can't even get down on the ground. They'd be stuck. I think we've seen enough. I don't want to make you guys sick. Some of you might be eating while you're watching this. I've seen just kind of enough of this, but this is the level that they keep up with. Again, I've fast forwarded around. Ooh. You could just shook the studio. Okay, I don't have any more fat jokes. Like I said, I'm in the worst shape of my life right now, and they make me look healthy. What is this freestyle? All right, you move your arms. Blech. If you're like a criminal in New York, if you're a criminal in New York watching this, you're like, I'm gonna go do more crimes because they ain't catching me. And again, the song is even from like that. I can play a little bit more here, but like the song is what, from like the 2000? Oh my God. I had to turn the music back down. This is the saddest. I'm going to get a ticket in New York from one of these, by the way. I mean, they're not even meter maids. Meter maids have to walk around the city. I'd imagine they like. This is pathetic. Anyway, it keeps going. This is like a. Have you ever been to like a really bad wedding? And like the DJ's playing like the electric slide or YMCA, and all of the large ants get out there because they can just move their arms to the electric slide. They remember it from the 80s. Is the song over? I mean, they did the full. This was a 6-minute segment. Morning shows, by the way, I always get on morning shows about being crappy because they have to fill like 5 hours of television in the morning. This is a 6-minute segment. Imagine tuning into this and like it just never ends. I think they played like the full song. They did like a 2-minute, very slow arm basic. Let's see, the two in the end still can't move. This is just really, it's bad. There's the, again, you can feel it shaking all the way across New York City. All right, is that it?
Man,
There we go.
Did you see some of those high kicks? I would not want to mess with them in the middle.
There were no high kicks there. There was one person doing high kicks, and the rest of them were screaming in pain.
of the dark alley.
There are so many cankles. There's a. That's what they should call themselves, the New York PD cankle dancers.
I would not want to mess with them in the middle of the dark alley.
That's how I go.
No.
How I go.
Wow. How much practice do you guys do to get this?
Well, for this
together?
dance in particular, we've been practicing the last 3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks of taxpayer funds, ladies and gentlemen, for them to the equivalent of this. And then this. 3 weeks. They've been practicing. This reminds me of during the Rona when nurses were out doing their little dance. We have no PPE, but we're gonna wear it, and our hospital's overrun, but we're gonna dance.
Okay.
Wow, look
Yeah.
at that. You
I
guys
got
are
one of
so
those.
loose.
They are so out of breath. Hold on, this dance started. Hold on, when did it dance? It started 2:53, and man, they did 3 minutes of this garbage. Now 2.5 minutes of garbage, and they are winded, like from barely moving, and a coordinated thing that they've been working on for 3 weeks. Any criminal, any criminal can outrun them. Any. You got a bike, you're lapping. You're going to be in Jersey before they're out of the block.
Yeah.
Well, that's really awesome. Any
No,
background
it's not
in
live.
dance before doing this?
Yeah, so I've been dancing.
Some are no.
They have a background in dance. Who?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I've been dancing competition.
The head one is the only one that knows what she's doing. The rest of them, this is literally like you went to the senior center with Sweatin' to the Oldies and Richard Simmons.
Dance since I was 3 years old.
Oh wow.
So it was really great to bring it to life, with
Yeah.
this team and everything.
God bless her. You know what? The thing is this. They're in New York. And that woman there, she's got dreams, right? She had big dreams of being on Broadway. And it didn't work out. She ended up being a cop, right? And here she is making her dreams come true with the Piglets dance team here.
Awesome. It's so good to see a different side.
Somebody's dream came true. It's an off-Broadway production called Criminals Can Outrun You.
Yeah, and it probably helps with community relations too, to be able to see
It's called No Push-Ups.
that you guys are just like us, love to dance, love
Yes,
to have fun.
exactly.
They are not just like you. You're in shape.
Exactly.
That's
There
wonderful.
you go. All right. Good to see you all. There was another movie. There was like a thing where I don't even.
Yeah, come on, Dan.
No, you just did the move,
did the
buddy. That was it.
B-52.
No, it's like-
You got it.
What was
That's
it?
it.
B-52.
It's over.
What's it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, who am I to criticize these? I am in the worst shape of my life right now, but I'm still in better shape than like all but the captain of that team. Good God. Let's get the rest of this in.
Well, great
Well, thank
job.
you.
Thanks
Yes.
for coming.
Thanks for
in.
killing 6 minutes of
Are you
television.
taking
with
new
us.
members?
Oh yes, we're always doing
All right,
tryouts, looking for
dance.
new
Good
members.
luck.
But any uniform members of the service and the civilian members of the service, come on out,
There you
come
go.
try out.
Love
Okay.
it. Love it. Thanks so much
Perfect.
for coming in. It was so much fun. All right.
Thank
It
you.
was a lot. That was a lot of fun. That was so much fun, you guys. Basically they just said that you can commit crimes in New York. That was a 6-minute infomercial on knowing that you can definitely get away with whatever you want in New York City. Unless you're somebody protecting other citizens or yourself, then they'll arrest you. But other than that, if you're committing theft, you can just casually jog away. They ain't catching you. They ain't catching you. All right, that's it. That's the Tim Runs His Mouth podcast. I want to cover those two things. San Francisco going woke and going broke. And New York Police Department, you know what they're doing? They're dancing very slowly and being very, very out of breath. Gotta love it. Go to scarsdirect.com. I'm Tim Young. Tim Runs His Mouth. There you go. Relief Scars Direct up there. Follow everything at American Greatness and on all of the platforms, Rumble, YouTube, all those things. Tim Runs His Mouth. Go see it. Talk to you soon. Bye.